name is Ian-Hero Serrano, and I am the Director of R&D for Straus Family Creamery.
Hi, my name is Joseph Button, and I am the Vice President of Sustainability and Strategic Impact. Sustainable manufacturing really starts with people. If you don't value people in your supply chain, if you don't value people in your workforce, then you'll never be able to establish a sustainable manufacturing environment that lasts the test of time. At Straus Family Creamery, what we do to value people is really focus on our business, but also we focus on our community and the sustainable impacts in our community.
Why did I choose Straus? It's what was available around that time, to be honest, and I just really wanted to, figure out how my skills translates into the real world, and it kind of made sense in the food system. I happened to just kind of land in that technical stuff within the quality system of a food production facility, and that's kind of how I got started, and this is where I'm at now. R&D stands for research and development, and in terms of the role of R&D in supply chain, I would say it's a conduit between sales and marketing and operations. I'm taking the insights from the sales and marketing side, what the customer is asking for, what the behaviors of the consumers are, and apply that into a specific product that we need to develop and produce. And then as that is getting translated into the operations side, it needs to be designed properly to make sure that whatever the market is asking for gets translated on the commercialized product. So it's a conduit. It's the best analogy that I could have. My position in Straus is multi-pronged. R&D, for the most part, classically is you could have this image of a person with a white lab coat and tinkering with stuff. I do that about a third of the time. So I get specific projects and figure out how to make something, whether it be a different flavor of ice cream or a different characteristics for a specific yogurt. That's my job. The other part of my job is a lot of project management and a lot of interdisciplinary collaboration with other departments. An R&D department is not expansive, is not very big. So you really have to rely with your co-workers from other departments to work with you and somehow convince them that it's a good idea. And that's half of the battle sometimes. In terms of product development in an organic space, we're definitely a lot more limited in terms of ingredients that we can use. In an organic space, in an organic environment, I'm very limited in terms of what I can use.
Organic dairy farming is different than conventional dairy farming. Organic dairy farming requires cows to have access to pasture, for cows to eat that pasture, and for the farmers to manage their land without the use of pesticides or herbicides. The goal of any organic operation, whether it's row crops or a livestock operation, is to maximize the environmental health and resilience of the ecosystem where the farm is. Every product has a story, and the story of that product matters. It's a story about people, it's a story about economies, it's a story about rural communities, especially when we're talking about agricultural products. And what we're trying to achieve at Straus is making sure that every product we put out the door and give to consumers has a story that we're proud of, that's full of integrity, and is helping us pursue together a sustainable food system.
I think my biggest advice is, I think there's learning and understanding R&D and product development and a lot of these stuff that I do. It takes a lot of time. There's a lot of certifications that you can take for anything, obviously, but nothing beats like real world experience and getting your hands and feet dirty, essentially boots on the ground, as I like to say. And those experiences and those learning really does take time, and it can really feel like you're stuck, especially if you're just getting started. But being able to really push through and learn and put your best effort. That sounds cliche, but putting in your best effort really is important for these roles, because it does take time.